But what I can say is that the policy and strategy was devised and agreed prior to me becoming Minister for Health. I don't specifically know if I was asked to sign off on it being continued, but if I had been asked, Deputy, I would have. This was a sound policy approach and a legitimate legal strategy by the government at the time, and previous governments and governments since. All ministers from 2005 onwards at all times acted in good faith, in the public interest, in accordance with official advice and in accordance with legal advice from the Attorney-General, and that's exactly how they should act.
MacDonald.
Thank you. Well, in fact, Taoiseach, you acted in bad faith, as did your colleagues, as did your predecessors, and it seems your successors. You've confirmed now to the House that you were, in fact, yesterday wrong. You did know about this strategy and that you had, in fact, been briefed. Can you confirm for us that, likewise, Simon Harris, Helen McEntee, other members of government, indeed Micheál Martin, can you confirm that they similarly were aware of this strategy and were briefed? Can you also, Taoiseach, respond to my other question, which is around the publication of all of the documentation surrounding these issues? These need to be published, I believe, as a matter of urgency. They need to be publicly scrutinised. So, on the issue of who was briefed, Simon Harris, Helen McEntee, Micheál Martin, anybody else, who did the 2011, the initial memo go to? You said yesterday that you believed it was to 4 people. Can you identify who they were, and can you confirm that all documentation will in fact be published?
Taoiseach.
Thanks, Deputy. I can't confirm who or who was not briefed over that period of time, but I'm sure individuals will do that as they can, based on their recollections. In relation to documents, we're assembling those documents now in the Attorney-General's office in the Department of Health. I haven't seen them. I've seen 1 or 2, but certainly not all of them. And when we've assembled them all, we'll put any ones that we can into the public domain, and that would be the right thing to do. What we're not going to do is in a drip-by-drip fashion, and that is what's happening in the papers at the moment, and that's creating a false impression, in my view. But, Deputy, the allegation here is very clear. The allegation here is that 4 or 5 governments, 4 or 5 attorneys general, any number of ministers, former ministers, some in the government, some in the opposition now, and dozens of officials all conspired to deny people refunds they were entitled to. That is as far-fetched as it sounds. That is not what happened, Deputy.